In this Elden Ring Nightreign classes explained video, I want to walk you through the classes that are available in the game and how you see a bit of info about each, and also how you practice with them. So first of all, what are the classes available and how do you have a little look at them? When you finish with a tutorial, be in this room here where you can start expeditions here, and you can pick a class when you're going into a multiplayer expedition via the menus that come up there. But if you're going to play solo, it's important that you know where else you change your character, and that's over here. So this little knight that you see here, go up to that, you should have a little icon that says change character. Now, your screen compared to mine, you will probably have 6 classes if you are just starting out, or 6 characters. And the ones you won't have are Duchess and Revenant. So these two are unlockable by doing certain things in the game. And if you want help with that, have a little look at the other tutorials that I've got on my channel, because I show how to unlock both of them. Duchess is much easier to unlock than Revenant, but they're all basically available fairly soon in the game. It's not too bad to get either. Anyway, so if we have a little look at this, this view here tells us a tiny bit of information about them. So we've got Wylder, Guardian, Ironeye, Duchess, Executor, the Recluse, Revenant, and Raider. So we can see a bit about their abilities here, but not really what's the difference between them. So what you want to be doing for having a little look at that is come away from here, hit your pause button or menu here, so this is the screens button for me, and then have a little look at the visual codex. And what this has is a very useful area on the characters, so you can find out a bit more about them. So if I just hide my camera for a bit, and we'll go through some of these and help you understand what you're looking at. So the Wylder is the first class and the default one, and there's some important stuff here, and I'll walk through what this basically means for you. But it tells you a little bit about the Wylder there. You can see long in pursuit of the Night Lord, swordsman, blah blah blah. But the preference is the important thing. You see, preference is great swords. So this character is going to do best with that type of weapon if you can find them. But the attributes are balanced throughout, maturation with excellent HP, strength, and dexterity. So in Elden Ring Nightreign, and indeed Elden Ring, certain attributes help using certain weapons. So you can see strength, because this is a very strong character, he's going to be able to wield pretty heavy weapons. Dexterity is basically how good the character is with weapons that need a bit more skill, I suppose, to use. So katanas or bows, those sort of things, will benefit from decent dexterity. So this character should be able to use a bow as well. Intelligence, you can, and the ranking here, S is the best, then A, B, C, D. So A is really good, B is pretty good, C is the average. So average intelligence there. So we could use a bit of magic as well, which is what that's used for. Faith is also magic, and arcane is used for certain weapons. But if you're going to play the Wylder, you're basically going to be using those things there. Now, another thing that you want to look at here is swapping the screens. So these are the abilities, skills, and arts of this particular character. So you've got passive ability, Sixth Sense, so you can cheat death a single time. It can only be used once until restored through revival from death or passing through a site of grace. So that is quite useful, that if you die, you're going to get another chance, whereas other characters don't. So it's a good class for beginners. You've got character skill, launch grappling claw to rope foes in or move swiftly by retracting. Whether targets can be roped in or not depends on enemy physique. Effective at breaking guard, hold to aim. And then you've got the ultimate art, powerful single attack that launches an iron stake with great explosion. Recoil causes one to reel back, but preserves a portion of the ultimate art gauge. Hold to boost impact and remain standing. So that's the Wylder. Let's have a little look at the Guardian. So the Guardian's preference is halberds, and you can see boasts high HP and stamina and plays both offense and defense on the front line, armed with his shield. So he's got this whacking big shield, so if you like to get in and sort of defend and protect everyone else, this is a good class for you. So you can see HP is S, so that's the best HP that you can have, so that's the hit points, so it can take a lot of damage. FP is for magic, so and also certain skills. You got the stamina is pretty cool as well, so it's a good solid character that can swing that halberd and also take quite a lot of damage on that shield when other characters are attacking it. Strength of B, so it can use moderately decent weapons. Dexterity C, so it's not going to use advanced weapons. It's not really going to be that great with a bow. Intelligence of D, not going to be good at magic. Faith, Arcane, CC, so average there. If we look at the abilities, you've got the Steel Guard, plant of feet and brace with shield for a more powerful guard. Greatly improves guard boost but prevents running while holding up shield. You've got Whirlwind, beat wing to whip up a wind-churning cyclone. Enemies caught in Cyclone are drawn towards center, sweeps away light projectiles, hold to enlarge range. So that's what you've basically got. It's the skill. The ultimate art, Wings of Salvation, leap up and dive back down to raise protective area. Can move briefly while in air, and dive and attack is perfect for rescues. Hold to shield nearby allies from damage. If we have a little look at the Ironeye, you can see boasts excellent dexterity and wields control over any battle while firing from a distant range. You've got preference of bows, so this is your ranged attacker. So you can see HP and FP is average at C, stamina is reasonable at B, strength is C, so they're not going to be great with heavy weaponry or swords or anything like that, but A for dexterity, which means they're going to excel with dexterous weapons like a bow or maybe something like a katana as a sword weapon for them. So you want to be looking for those things. Intelligence D, not good for magic. Faith D, again, same. Arcane B, so certain weapons that excel with arcane will work okay here. Passive ability, you've got Eagle Eye. A keenly observant eye discovers more items to obtain from foes. The effect of this ability also applies to allies. You've got the character skill of Marking. You can cut the foe with dagger, create a temporary weak point. Inflict damage on the temporary weak point to destroy and stagger foes. A damaging weak point extends its duration. So that's quite useful for other players as well, because if you can weaken the enemy that you're fighting, I think everybody benefits from that if they hit that target. Single shot, fire a powerful arrow that surpasses sound and ignores any defense. Arrow pierces all types of enemies, terrains and structures. Hold to draw bow and aim before firing. That's a really cool ultimate arc because it just whips through everything. Causes a lot of damage, so they are quite a fun class to play. Now, Duchess, as I said, is not available from the start of the game. You need to do certain things to unlock Duchess, but you can see some info on her. So her preference is daggers, very fast-moving character here. So HP of C, FP of B, stamina of D, strength of D, dexterity B, intelligence A, faith B, arcane C. Bit of a strange class, this one. Very intelligent, so could be a bit of a magic user, as well as the dagger here that we've got. So we've got abilities. You've got the Magnificent Poise, reduces stamina reduction at attacks and dodges optimally, dodging repeatedly when necessary, so quite good if you like to avoid attacks. You've got the character skill Restage, stage reprisal of recent occurrences to damage nearby foes. So damage to phantoms affects original. This skill can be used at any time. You've got the ultimate art finale, obscure self and surrounding allies to hide from foes. Enemies lose track of the caster, wandering aimlessly or becoming prone to leaving themselves vulnerable. So interesting class, quite advanced. You got the Raider. So this one, preference is great axes, great hammers and colossal weapons. So this is the tank that can really smash armored enemies. So you can see strength is where this dude excels with S-class there. HP of A, so can't really absorb quite as much damage perhaps, but because that strength is so strong, that's going to help with the protection. Everything else kind of sucks. Apart from stamina, so just swing and swing and swing, and it should be good. But that's your one that's going to help against heavily armored enemies. In terms of the abilities, you've got the Fighter's Resolve, taking damage, boost retaliate potency, cannot be knocked down while using it. Remain standing with a sliver of HP even after taking heavy damage. Retaliate, assume attack stance and pummel vigorously. A defensive posture which reduces incoming damage, and enhanced skill which causes even larger enemies to recoil. You got the ultimate art of Totem Stellar, drives Gravekeeper's Wedge into Earth to summon a giant tombstone. The tombstone radiates protective aura, boosting strength of nearby allies, and blocking arrows can also be climbed. So that's a really good defensive skill that this Raider has. You've then got the Revenant, which is the other class that you have to unlock. And if we go to this one, no preference on anything, a bit of a unusual class. You've got HP pretty weak with D. FP is for the magic, so excels with that. Not so much stamina, so They really are a dedicated magic user and a faith user. So it's faith where they excel, which is a type of magic in Elden Ring. So S-class there. Intelligence of B. But basically this is all about ranged magic and needs protecting by other players. So this is certainly a class that you would struggle at if you were going in solo. In terms of the abilities, you've got Necromancy, raise enemy ghosts to fight as allies. Ghosts are summoned to fight but are fleeting and dissipate after some time. Character skill, play the lyre to summon the fallen family to rally in battle. Choose to summon Helen the Agile Page, Frederick the Burly Cook, or Sebastian the Doting Butler. Ultimate art is the Immortal March. Release vengeful ire to make self and nearby allies immortal. Revives near-death allies and transforms family into immortal warriors. So an interesting class to have. You've then got the Recluse. So if we have a little look here, no preference on anything, but again a magic user. Quite an interesting one. S-class on intelligence and faith. But everything else is pretty weak apart from FP, which is the magic bar. So you can use lots of magic with this particular class. If we have a little look at the abilities, you've got Elemental Defense. Discover affinity residues that can be collected to replenish FP. Affinity attacks create affinity residues. Residues appear for allies as well, which can also be collected. Character skill Magic Cocktail. Collect the affinity residues of targets to fire an affinity exploiting magic cocktail. Affinity residues accumulate. Collect 3 to wield a magic spell. Complex affinity combinations create more powerful spells. You've then got the ultimate art, Soul Blood Song. Unleash Forbidden Blood Chant to brand nearby foes with blood sigils. Brands foes with short-lived blood sigils that increase damage taken and restore the HP and FP of the caster. Then lastly, we've got the Executor. So this one has a preference of the katana. So this is our S-class dexterity fighter. So quite an elegant fighter that can use katanas. You can probably use a ranged weapon like a bow as well. But not going to be any good with magic. Is S-class with arcane, which means certain exotic weapons might do well with this particular class. HP's B, so alright, but pretty weak on FP because it's not magic user. Okay with stamina as well. So quite a interesting class to work with. So that tells you all about those ones there. Oh, I think I forgot one thing with that. We've got the abilities of the Executor. We've got Tenacity, receive a boost after recovering from status ailments. Effect boost attack and stamina recovery speed. Curse Sword, draw a Curse Sword that can deflect enemy attacks. Repeated deflections, reveal blade, enabling powerful attacks with the living sword. Cannot run while at ready with enchanted blade. Aspects of the Crucible Beast, assume the form of the primordial beast. Use unique attacks in beast form that drain the ultimate art gauge. Activate again to quickly undo transformation. So that's all the classes. Now at this point you may be wondering, okay, well what if I want to practice with a class? That's something you can do as well. So all you want to do is pick the class that you want, hit your screens button and have a little look at the Sparring Grounds. So sorry, I'm saying screens button. It could be a touchpad on the PlayStation or let's put me back on, or the pause button. Go to the Sparring Grounds and make sure you pick your character where we were looking at the start. But when you come into here, you will see your skills will pop up, but they need to be glowing down in the middle. So you can see Claw Shot there, triangle and L2 to activate. So we can have a little go at that in a minute. There we go. But then it charges back up, so you can see that down the bottom there. You can also say show guide settings. So if I hit my touchpad, this shows me where I can or how I can set this up, and I can also switch my character here or go to other areas. So I could try a different character here if I wanted. But if you actually want to fight and practice with this, you go up to this thing here and choose animate. But on those settings we could change the difficulty of it as well. But you can then have a go with this and start, understanding how the skills work and just get used to how this all works. And you can charge up your finale type move, but you just have to keep fighting this until that charges up so it's ready to go. But we could go with the other skills here, so we could have a little look with the, there we go. And just try those with each character. So if we want to go with a different character, we can just go here, say actually I want to play with the Guardian, and it'll reset here, but we're in the Sparring Ground, and then we go up to this, and just animate it again and then have a go with this guy. So we can go with the whirlwind. This time it's ready to go. So there's the whirlwind there. You can see it floors the enemy here. And you just get used to each class like that. Once you're happy with that and you want to go elsewhere, you can just go here, go to here, and then choose expeditions, or just walk out the area and that will stop. And then you're ready to go into an expedition when you're used to the character that you are fighting with. So hopefully that helps you out with classes in Elden Ring, or characters. If it did, give us a thumbs up please, much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with Elden Ring Nightreign, do let me know with what in the comments, or have a little look at my tutorials. I'll try and remember to put a playlist at the end of this video. And if you like what you see, please hit subscribe